Hey YouTube, DNL Machine here. Continuing on with our 1972 Super Beetle steering U-joint shaft, coupler shaft, removal and installation. This end here I've already got pre-formed with the anti-seize paste, both in these splines here and through this bolt hole. Okay. Now, when I started to test fit it, I realized two things. There's no way to just randomly figure out the orientation of these splines so that this is perfectly square with your bolt cutaway in the shaft. Okay, the shaft is like this, then there's a cutaway on the top, and it needs to line up with that hole. So I'm assuming that's just going to be trial and error. So for me, I'm not going to struggle for 2 hours to force this on and then realize that it's, one spline off. Haha, joke's on me. And then be trying to fix it. So, clamped it in the vise that way. Okay, nice and square. I know I should use a protector here and I should use a protector here. But I got better things to do. Now, what are we going to do to make this splined end slip on and off easily? Because remember, this gap here, okay, this gap right here is going to be sucked shut partially by the bolt. Now, these splines here, they're going to hold that shaft very well, okay? So what I'm about to do is show you Mr. Cheeslow. Hey, Mr. Cheeslow, you look like a nice stout chisel with a good, sharp, wide tip. Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Mr. Cheeslow, if I hammer you into that gap, are you going to widen it a bit for me to ease the spline opening here, slip onto our driven shafts? Oh, sure, no problem. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? I can't do it because I'm only two-handed, but I'm going to strike that, hit it into there, just enough. If you really want, you could measure that opening, okay, with your calipers or a bunch of feeler gauges or whatever to see how much you've opened it. But, easy way, okay, you're not going to damage the splines. Just hammer that down in there. Don't go nuts. You just need to open this a little so that when you go to test fit this, okay, it slips on to your steering arm shaft like that. Easy peasy, cheesy. Whammo. There you go. Alright, I'll be back when I go to put this thing in. Stay gold.